Hello everyone, this is Barely Autistic Daniel Mayo, and I have some pro tip for you for places to go to when you're autistic or not to go to when you're autistic. So Texas Roadhouse is definitely not one of them. Every restaurant that is loud or anything like Texas Roadhouse, you have to use discernment for this. But any restaurant like Texas Roadhouse that always has cheering and all noise, that is not a place to go for if you have autism. Fairs, especially, do not go to fairs because they could be loud and they have a lot of people, and autistic people do not like that at all. And if you're struggling with Christmas, go to a special needs Christmas celebration place for autistic people. That's the only place that you could go to for that. Hold on. Go to a restaurant called that people go to for autistic people. If someone is autistic, just go to a restaurant like Outback or anything that's quiet, dark and quiet. Anything that's dark and quiet, they'll enjoy. If it's bright and loud, just don't let them go there because it's too much for them. There's Irish pubs that they can go to. They can have macaroni and cheese. They can have certain things that they have at Irish pubs. They even have pizza, some of them. And that would be good for them, but if they're pubs that are loud, then don't go there because, they can be really obnoxious for the autistic person. They cannot handle it. Now, if your autistic person is going to a place for balloonists, do not give them balloons because they're not going to be able to handle balloons or balloon animals. Nope. Not meant for them. Most of them will not be able to handle it. Nope. Parks. Almost all parks are not off limits, but mandatory for an autistic person. Every park you could imagine, they are very good for autistic people. Very good. And an autistic person will really fall in love with the park. I'm telling you, they will fall in love with the park. If there's a store with anime or anything that's fancy like that, let them go there. And if your autistic child is going to a zoo, sorry to burst your bubble, but they don't like zoos. They'll feel sorry for the animal, and some of them will feel like the animals are doing inappropriate things. But the good thing for the autistic person to go to, if they can really love the animal so much, they have more compassion than a regular person has with animals. So they will do very well with butterflies. They will land on the butterflies. No, the butterflies will land on them, I meant to say. And they will not touch them, don't worry. And they will not bring the butterfly outside. They understand. Trust me. The autistic person will do very well with the butterfly museum. Any kind of museum that has reptiles in tanks and that are not too big, not too small. I meant not too big. But if it's a small one, like a frog museum, they can handle that as well. Anything that's small for them, they can really easily handle. But if it's too big, they'll either be kind of freaked out or not be happy with it. They'd rather have places where they have small creatures that they love so much and so dearly that they'll just have the best time over there. They'll have the best time over quiet places that you think, oh, we're having the best time over our lives with a New Year's celebration. No, don't go to New York or anything like that with an autistic person with New Year's celebration because it's terrible for them. Not to mention, what was I going to say? If a child is autistic and they're going to a sports arena, that is especially bad for an autistic person because of all the noise and the loud noises and the loud buzzing sound and the music. That's not okay for them. Especially some gyms are not good for them. Seriously. And bright colored houses. If you're moving, do not go to a bright colored house for them because, especially bright colored houses, if they're inside, if the inside of the house is very bright, don't go there because seriously, it will really mess with their vision, and they need dark colored interior room. So if the interior has to be bright, then get the dark paint and make it dark inside. Okay. All right. So now, if they're going to places like let's say they're going to Burger King or anything like that, or if they're going to a place that is literally, how do I say it, fast food. If it has a line, they're not going to be patient about that, some of them, and they're going to be really hungry and hangry. They get more emotions than the regular person, so if they get more emotions, then I'm sorry, that's not really going to work for them. Even then, if your child is autistic, then literally just, I'm telling you, I'm begging you, don't go to a big city like New York City. They can afford to go to a smaller city, but I'm sorry, too many noises, too many scary things going on in the city, like sirens and all that. I'm telling you, like, seriously, like, if an autistic person sees loud noises or hears loud noises, or they know that's going to be a loud noise, they discover the ear. So they don't like sirens, they don't like anything like that. So if anything, they don't, I mean, buses and sirens and fire trucks and police cars and police bikes and motorcycles, all kinds of sorts. I mean, there's highways for that, and it's not good for them. So instead, live in a city population that's less than 200,000. So anything like that is actually good for them. What else? Like social population, anything that's really social population, like a huge party or like a social gathering or anything like that, especially if it's like a crowded concert, especially concerts, oh my goodness. No, do not bring them over there, because that will bring them nightmares of noises. That could give them HES, which is exploding head syndrome. That is going to give them that kind of nightmare, and they're not going to be happy anymore with those dreams. I actually had them before, and it's not fun. Especially waking up with that kind of noise and like trying to fall asleep with that noise. It's not fun. So concerts is a big no-no. Churches that are loud, don't go to a church that's loud. Make sure you go to a church that's quiet. Even if it's not what you believe in, I'm sorry, but a church that's quiet is actually really good for an autistic person. I mean, social gathering, especially a church and especially concert. Like, you have to understand what they are full of, what their needs are full of. Basically, their needs are met when they are quiet and not as social. And if you teach them how to be social with a few people, then they're doing well. But if you do it with too many people, they separate from you so much further than you can ever imagine. Because if you make them go with a lot of crowds, they'll just separate from social interaction forever, and they'll get worse. All right, I hope I explained enough, and I hope you understand what an autistic person needs. Okay, all right, I'll be done. Okay, bye.